That's alright because I like the way it hurts. Just gonna stand there and hear me cry. Well, that's alright because I love the way you lie. I love the way you lie. Ooh, I can't tell you what it really is. I can only tell you what it feels like. Right now there's a steel knife in my windpipe. I can't breathe but I still fight while I can't fight. As long as the wrong feels right, it's like I'm in flight. I offer love drunk from my hate. It's like I'm up in pain and I love her. The more I suffer, I suffocate. And right before I'm about to drown, she resuscitates me. She fucking hates me and I love it. Way where you going, I'm leaving you. No, you ain't come back. We're running right back. Here we go again. It's so insane, cause when it's going good, it's going great. I'm Superman with the wind at his back. She's Lois Lane, but when it's bad, it's awful. I feel so ashamed. I snap, who's that dude? I don't even know his name. I let hands on her, I'll never stoop so low again. I guess I don't know my own strength. Just gonna stand there and watch me burn. Well, that's alright because I like the way it hurts. Just gonna stand there and hear me cry. Well, that's alright because I love the way you lie. I love the way you lie. I love the way you lie. You ever love somebody so much you can barely breathe when you're with them? You meet and neither one of you even know what hit them. Got that warm fuzzy feeling, yeah, them chills used to get them. Now you're getting fucking sick of looking at them. You swore you never hit them, never do nothing to hurt them. Now you're in each other's face, spewing venom in your words when you spit them. You push, pull each other's hair, scratch, claw, bit them, throw them down, pin them. So lost in the moments when you're in them. It's the rage that took over, it controls you both. So they say, yeah, best to go your separate ways. Guess that they don't know you, cause today, that was yesterday. Yesterday is over, it's a different day. Sound like broken records playing over, but you promised the next time you show restraint, you don't get another chance. Life is no Nintendo game, but you lied again. Now you get to watch her leave out the window. Guess that's why they call it window pane. Just gonna stand there and watch me burn. Well, that's alright because I like the way it hurts. Just gonna stand there and hear me cry. Well, that's alright because I love the way you lie. I love the way you lie. I love the way you lie. We didn't mean, and we fall back into the same pattern, same routine. But your temper's just as bad as mine. Is you're the same as me. When it comes to love, you're just as blinded. Baby, please come back. It wasn't you, baby, it was me. Maybe our relationship isn't as crazy as it seems. Maybe that's what happens when a tornado meets a volcano. All I know is I love you too much to walk away. Wait up, come inside, pick up your bags off the sidewalk. Don't you hear sincerity in my voice when I talk? Told you this is my fault. Look me in the eyeball. Next time I'm pissed, I'll aim my fist at the drywall. Next time there will be no next time. I apologize even though I know it's lies. I'm tired of the games, I just want her back. I know I'm a liar if she ever tries to fucking leave again. I'm tired to the bed and set this house on fire. Just gonna stand there and watch me burn. Well, that's alright because I like
Oh, what is going on? My goodness, it's a couple
Saturday.
days before Christmas.
Yeah.
It's Saturday night, baby. The season is officially cooked. There's a few things left to do. If you do enough houses, there's always something wrong with something. There's always a squirrel, or someone drove over the landscaping. The landscaping guy cut the line again, and everything in between. It's Christmas time here in Houston, Texas, and this Christmas it will be 80 degrees on Christmas Day. So if that gives you any idea about people are still getting their properties landscaped, I guess some of y'all get your Christmas lights cut by the snowblower or whatever. I don't know. But that's what it's like here in Houston. My name is Ron. I'm always with my beautiful wife, Laura.
Good evening. Merry Christmas, everyone.
We just got back from little beautiful Sin City, Las Vegas. That was the last time we were there. We were there for Clip-A-Con. And this time we were there to look at Christmas lights and do a little shopping. Mm-hmm. So that's what we did there. A lot of good times. All right, so we're going to break it down. But before we get started, Laura, tell us, give me some cliff notes of what is going on between now and Christmas at Kingdom Christmas Lights.
Kingdom Christmas Lights spends the next 4 days making sure that everyone is happy. We send our little elves out if necessary. Mrs. Claus bakes cookies and makes feasts and prepares for Santa to crawl down the chimney.
He crawls down the chimney?
With a little lubricant.
10-4. Yeah, I'm picking up what you put down. Yeah. So I just want to break it down. The way our season started in August when we got back from this cruise ship. We went on we used to go on my birthday, and our anniversary all falls on the middle of August. And we celebrated some other birthdays and things, and we went on that. But before that happened in July, we did this, let's see here.
Yeah, a little interview.
This interview with Steven Martinez. This is the guy that works in the control room. And this control room right here was so motivating because, I mean, I have like a little space station for an office. But this guy in this TV studio that Steven Martinez has an office there, this thing is nothing short of state of the art. It was a fantastic experience when we went on to this podcast. You've seen a couple things. I'll probably release the whole entire podcast or the whole entire interview. I'll probably do that. What would you say, Laura? Probably around New Year's Eve or something?
Sounds about right.
Yeah, but well, I'll release that. But there's a lot of good nuggets, man. We've had a couple of them, and I think I even have one I can share with you right now. Let's go with this.
Installation light company. As you're growing it, how do you dominate a space like that? It's a very unique space.
For what?
The Christmas light installation.
Dominating a market. I don't know that anyone can dominate the Houston market. Uh-huh. The Houston market's probably one of the biggest markets in the planet, probably, for Christmas lights, between Florida and Houston and DFW. I would say there's probably about 2 million people that have Christmas lights on their house in Houston, and what are you going to do, 500? You're going to do 1,000? So the only way to really dominate the market is you can only do what you can do. So it's just you get your select choice, your select cut of all the leads coming in. I want the big jobs. I want the $100,000 jobs, and let everyone else have the $300 to $500 grandma's house, even though we started that. Those, and then I figured maybe I can't install everyone, but I can sell the materials. So ChristmasContractor.com, we sell materials. So I do about 5,000 properties a season through all the contractors that buy from us. But you can only personally do about 500-600 personally. Big commercial properties and stuff.
How are you able to get in touch with those type of people for people that are looking to land those big jobs?
So
I found it very interesting that you landed that 5,000 houses, and I think this season you may have surpassed that.
Well, we'll get to that when they get you in the crosshairs and they start asking you questions, you kind of like, well, damn, I never really thought about how many properties does the materials that come out of our distribution center, our system, how many properties do we probably install everything that kind of originates from a transaction from us? I'm sure it'd be quite significant, but what do you think? 10,000?
I think this year was a bit more.
Yeah.
It was
We
surprising.
went way, I'm talking about in the Houston, we went way overboard from any kind of goal that we set for ourselves for distribution this year. This year was crazy. I'm going to show you a few more things. Let's go back to that Google slide. But yeah, it all started there. That was like in June, or that was July.
It was July.
It was like June.
I don't know.
It was like July
July
8th or something.
It all runs together.
No. That interview was August 2nd. That's what it was.
Oh.
It was August 2nd. So that was that. And then we went from there. Let me pull up this little deal there. All right. So back in this little deal here. So we got this. And then the whole thing was awesome. And then actually, Steven's girlfriend, which apparently they got engaged shortly after that, she's a Christian, and she actually said that this was the best interview that she's ever heard him do.
Wow.
And I think is because he had me backed in the corner on some Jesus stuff and kind of, I was kind of testifying at how I was falling a little short. So it was a pretty real conversation, but that actually happened, huh?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, that actually happened, but I wasn't exactly prepared for all the questions he asked, but I was as candid and honest as possible and didn't sugarcoat much, if anything. So that happened. Moving right along. Let's see here. Then this is August. This is like the week later. This is the birthday crew. So we had two more. We had Brittany and Josie that came with us on the birthday crew, and having everyone wear the same shirt was like herding cats. But all four of us were able to wear it on the ship, and I think that's about as far as that idea got. But we got some cool shirts. And then this is us. You might have seen this picture. This is us before the Christmas season started. You can see Levi and Stella. We can't get glasses for them yet. Saving up. But everyone else had glasses. Poor things were looking into the sun. But this is in
Half Moon Cay,
private island. And this right here is in the Bahamas at Atlantis. If you've ever been to Atlantis, that's where this is. And this is Laura and I, Kingdom Food Network. This is Laura and I at the Chef's Table experience with the chefs of the cruise ship. So that's that. And then, so if you look at something, before I take you here, this is Ryan Shelton and his
fiance,
pretty much wife, fiance. Yeah. Lindsay. Yeah. So they're sitting in here, and they are one of the people who actually took advantage of, let's see, where is my share? The training, sweetheart. That's training.
Yes. We did training with them. So there are a few people that took advantage of doing training. We sit down with you and not just show you Sublime, which is sitting on the screen there, but we also show you the ropes on how to build your business, how to use different things like Jobber, Photoshop, Strander, and all that stuff that we use to grow our business, and how we've grown our business over the last 7 years. 7 years. So it's been really interesting. Some people succeeded very well this year that went through our training, and others, you can tell that they didn't really implement some of the items that we talked about. But, if you're interested in that, we are happy to go through it. If you just need help with the administrative side, I'm happy to do that. And then Ron does a lot of the marketing portion of the training, so that you can get your business out there and you can start growing and start doing things, easier and more, I wouldn't say micromanaged, but more manageable, so that you can stay organized. I think that's one of the biggest things that a lot of people struggle with, is keeping everything organized and getting to the point that the owner itself is not the one slinging the lights on the roof, that you actually are able to run crews, and how to do that, and how to do it efficiently and effectively and still keep your quality up. And I think that's super important.
Yeah.
Ron's phone's gonna ring on the
yeah. So, but
the
anyway,
phone still hasn't stopped ringing.
This is the personal training experience. This is the in-person training, VIP in-person Christmas Light Installation Training and Advanced Business Mastermind. This is where you learn all the good stuff, one-on-one teaching, have you right in the office. We went through every single thing that you need to know, answered all the questions, and then have a direct communication throughout the season where we helped out a few people, few select people. And I think Ryan, I would say you'd have to talk to him and get an actual number, but I bet you that he had probably the best year he's ever had. He's ready to quit his job and just go full-time Christmas. So that happened. And then we actually went before the season started. I think the very first week of September, we were with David Merle and Amar. And then right there you see is Justin. Right? Is that his name? Justin Moore?
His name is James.
James Moore, excuse me. And James, we had a pretty cool little training there. I wouldn't say it's the most experienced people in the world talking, but James, that surprised the hell out of me, man. That this guy knows what the hell he's talking about. I mean, I don't know if this video will do him any justice, but this guy knows exactly what he's talking about. He's paid his dues. He's very articulate, and when he talks just like me, which is sometimes not a good thing because there's curse words and whatever. But fantastic kid, man. He's a role model for a lot of these young pressure washing guys and everything. For someone who is in their early 20s, 22, 23, and all the things that he's accomplished so far, definitely a role model for, what is possible if you take your life seriously and you have a heart. He has a big heart and knows a lot of stuff. So hats off to Mr. Moore. All right, but moving on, that training. And then we got to go to Dallas and we got to meet Ashley Garber. Used to be Bowser. Ashley Garber. It was nice meeting her in person, right, Laura?
That wasn't the first time I met Ashley, I don't think. Oh, that's not the first time. Whatever. I don't know. I feel like I know her.
It was
already.
Nice meeting her for the first time.
Yeah, sure.
We've talked to her on the phone about 5,000 times.
Maybe 5 million.
Yeah. And then, so this one was interesting. So this is like when the season first started for us, it was September 2nd, I think it was, or something like that.
It was
September 1st.
It was September the 1st.
September 1st, we took a job. It was a job that David and Amar, I think they had talked to this. It was like an amusement park type of retreat or some kind of
It's like an Airbnb. Venue. It's a private Airbnb venue that has multiple properties on one place.
Yeah. And so they kind of told us, hey, I think the person, has maybe 15, 20 houses and they want all this other stuff done. And, I don't really know exactly what I should do. So, so they called and asked for our advice. And then someone else called and asked us for our advice and if we would help out. And then someone else called us about the same property. But since we originally heard of the property first through David, we felt like it wouldn't be a friendly thing to do to go around him and try to take the job. So we did not do that. Just because that we're just, relationships mean more than that fucking job.
Yeah.
Period. Believe me. And as I tell you what happened this season, it'll make more sense. But just that's when you're going to have good friends and good relationships, that's more important than any little job or amount of money that you think that is going to catapult you into some kind of success. It's not. The relationships get you success, not that one job. Anyway, but Ryan Shelton, he got an invitation through, I don't know, what was it, Facebook or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
So he got an invitation through Facebook and he asked if we would help him out. And we said, sure. We know all about it. We've heard all about it. We went over with them. And then, of course, not to toot our own horn or mine or whatever, but we closed the shit down and did that. And here's a video of us out there kind of 2.0 with Ryan and saying, here's how you take more videos. Here's how you edit videos. Here's how you do this. Here's how you do CapCut. So, that happened. I'll show you right here. It's showing them kind of, here's how you make these little videos. You take a few of those and those, but that was a good experience. I'm not a big fan whatsoever of going to do joint projects with people, because whenever there's a trouble call, their standards and the way that they operate business and the things that they think are important are different than what I do. So I'm not a real fan of, doing joint venture projects, even though we've done more this year than we've ever done before. But
yeah.
anyway,
Mm-hmm.
it is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is. What's up, old Murph? Oh, what's up, old Murph? Anyway, so let's go with what else we got here. So this is that job. It was just a little tree job. I think there was, I don't know, like 1,000 strands of lights on a few trees or something. That's where it started. Then it turned into more and more. And, it was nice to do that. This was inside of our office. We actually redid our whole entire office this year. We made it more like an office that I never, not once, ever went to the office this year, ever. Except for one time to print some paperwork out. So we made this whole entire office with all this stuff because I thought I was going to be at the warehouse and I was going to do interviews and paperwork. And I got a new air conditioner put upstairs and I did all this stuff. Never in the office one freaking time. So, but yeah, make Christmas great again. We definitely got to make Christmas great again in the office in the RGB. Okay, so when our season started, it always starts with bang. You know what I'm saying, right, Lara?
Yep.
It always starts with a bang. It starts with a kickoff. We've traditionally done that every single year, and that is the last opportunity that you get a chance to get my time. That's the last opportunity that we can talk to just anyone and everyone before the season starts, and I'm more sheltered. I haven't done a podcast since then. I've posted a few things online, but no podcast, nothing like that. I have no time for that in the season. Jason Geiman came down. We've disagreed pretty much about every damn point except for you need to make money and support your family. But as far as the details of Christmas lights, I think we disagreed on most of the points. But it was fun having him there, and he brought a lot of people from around the country. He really did. And that's what that is. Let me show you a little video of me talking over Jason with the microphone. Yeah, but there was people there, like this kid on the left. What's his name? The kid right here on the left.
His hand up over his face. I can't tell who it is.
You know who the hell it is, the Ultimate Warrior dude. What's his name?
Matthias.
Yeah. Matthias was there, and it was so interesting because Matthias is like, oh my God, Jay. Like, I talk to him all the time. But Matthias is like, oh my God, Jason.
He was starstruck.
You're the greatest. I've watched all of your videos, and I've seen everything you've done, and oh my God, just an honor to meet you. I'm like, this guy? You're saying this for Jason? Wow. I was like, what the hell? I'm like 10 times better than Jason at running the company. What the hell? So anyway, but we kissed and made up. Everything was cool. Different strokes for different folks, babe. Relax. No, he's to truth be told, the dude's got a little fan club, and it is what it is. And I can be a little jealous. There's nothing wrong with that.
There you go.
Uh-huh. And so over here, we had Brandon Kalaya from the Barbecue Project, and he had some good family food and friends. He did his cooking demonstrations. Kingdom Christmas Lights did sponsor the Barbecue World Championship at the Houston Rodeo this year, and his team. They didn't play, so we didn't get on the stage or anything, but we did get drunk and we had fun for 3 days. And Brandon was up there doing cooking classes. That's his dream and his passion outside of firefighting and teaching fire safety. And it was a fantastic time. We had a really good time. We had a really, really good time, and that was the Barbecue Project. Very good turnout.
Yes.
Very good turnout. What do you have to say about that training class that we did, Laura?
Training classes for me are very, very busy. I'm usually running around doing all this stuff. I did do a Photoshop training and then a jobber training. So I taught everybody CRMs and stuff. It's very intense. Everybody comes with a certain thing in mind of what they feel like they need to learn, and they're not going to leave until they figure it out. Mm-hmm. So I ended up spending a lot of time with quite a few people, and everybody's very patient. They all waited. It was a great turnout, a lot of really, really good questions. And I like doing the barbecue stuff. So Brandon did the pulled pork, and I got to get a couple tidbits off of him. So it was really fun. Yeah, the people that came to the training, spoiled with good food, good music, good times, hanging out. And then, you got
some people that know what they're doing. We had some hands-on training. We had a lot of friends there. I mean, Zuzak came down just to shoot some guns and like hang out or whatever. I mean, he didn't even hardly even talk.
He was supposed to do landscape light training, but everybody was so interested in the Christmas light stuff that he only got a little tidbit of time. But it was nice to spend time with him.
Yeah, it was fun to see him. Here's a little video of the. Real quick. Here's the kids. It all got together. They could not figure out how to get a Santa Claus hat on this Longhorn, and look at your boy Ron pulled it off. I got the Santa hat on the Longhorn of that tree job that we did, so I forgot to show you that one. That one was cool. And also, here's the video of that training.
If there's ever been one thing that separates the best from the unknown, that one thing is self-belief. If you don't believe you can do it, you'll never try. And you will die never knowing how far you could have gone. Belief in yourself. Belief after failure. Belief when all others doubt. Relentless belief that you will get to your target, no matter what. That is what will see you achieve when there is no talent. Belief is what will see you achieve when there's no support. See, no belief around you is needed when there is belief within you. Tell yourself every day, I know I will get to my target. There is no doubt. Zero. I will get to my target. I will. I know I will make it. There's not an ounce of doubt in my mind. No matter how many times I am beaten down, defeated, ridiculed, rejected, doubted, I do not care. I know my target. And I know in my heart, no matter how long it may take, no matter how dark the path, no matter the pain, I will fight, I will claw, I will adjust, and I will win.
There is nothing on this earth that I will allow to defeat me. My mind is strong. My mind is stronger than all others. Never will I be broken. Never will I stray from my goals. Never will I break from my purpose in life.
No one knows my heart. They can doubt me. They don't know my heart. They can tell me it's
Anyway.
belief.
Anyway, you can watch the rest of the video later, but yeah, that was a good time. We had a really good time, and that was the kickoff. The day after that, we probably had all of our crews and workers that were starting for the season. They all came for training, and then we pretty much said, we've been doing this for 4 or 5 years together, so it's the same thing as last year. The pay plan's the same, everything's the same, and then we started installing right away, and that was September 28th or something like that, or 29th or whatever, 31st
something
or
like that.
something. Whatever that Saturday was, it was like the 29th.
It was before October.
September 29th or something, and then October 1st was like Wednesday. Excuse me really quick.
He's actually going to answer the phone, which is really crazy because now I'm on my own. So we started installing like right away, and it was, can I say this aloud? Balls to the wall. We did not stop, and we went like.
Okay. Can we get into the game?
Oh, we're still doing trouble calls. Isn't that exciting? So the season was pretty packed up. We had a ton of installs in October, which most people don't want their Christmas lights installed in October, but we were able to get quite a few in there. We did actually, most of our reinstalls were done in October, and then our big projects that, the diehard November 1sters, they got in there really quick. And I'm running out of things to say for you.
Okay. I know.
So.
Yeah. I would do it tonight, but that's fine.
I'm curious what's going on. Okay. So, what else do you have on your little thingy here? I don't want to go too far ahead.
All right, thanks. All right, bye. All right. Anywho.
Refocus.
Don't you just love it when it's just nonstop things going on, and you're trying to fix this, fix that, and it's 4 days to Christmas, and everyone's getting all stressed out, and they're having parties and that, and every other thing. You're still trying to hang on with these obligations until it gets to be Christmas time.
And then there's New Year's Eve parties.
Then you're released from your obligations in the prison you make for yourself, that you're responsible for these 700 properties that are in the ground until December 25th. But anyway, we're almost done. It was a very successful season. We're going to go back through it. Where was I?
We were talking about balls to the wall, October, first week of October.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that was that. And then give me a highlight you think of this season, Laura.
Oh. This was a pretty stressful season for me. So I think my highlight was the surprise of running out of garland. That was something that, that was a good night.
Here's Laura drinking Don Julio 1942 with Zuzak, and the rest of the bottle was polished off by Ryan, who drank the rest of it.
No, I polished it off that night. Me and Zuzak.
Well, I think that was the second bottle.
That was the second one.
But yeah, we had a professional photographer, this guy with the red hair. If anyone knows who this guy is, take a good look at him. If you know who he is, please ask this guy. What's his name?
I have no idea, but all that you can see is his ear.
Please ask this ear with the red beard to give me all the pictures he took at the party. Like he said, "Oh man, I'm going to send you all these pictures. Don't even worry about taking pictures. I'm a professional photographer. I'm going to take all these pictures. I have not got one picture. So, hey dog, whatever your name is, can you please send me the pictures? Thank you." But anyway, but yeah, it was a good crowd. It was definitely a good crowd. It was a good time. Word. Yeah, the old fake gun, BB guns. All right. And then we did this year, I thought something that we did that was really cool is we did probably one of the biggest Halloween parties that we've ever done.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one of the coolest Halloween to see Laura walking through a graveyard and planting the different skeletons and stuff, that is not something we ever do. Yeah. We never do that kind of stuff. Halloween, we are not into Halloween at all.
But I did it.
But somehow we found ourselves doing Halloween in the name of Jesus. But yeah, that's what we did.
I got like a skeleton army in the warehouse just waiting for next year.
Yeah.
You want some Walking Dead or what is that? Game of Thrones? I got it.
Yeah, dude. We got so many skeletons and so much Halloween
Winter
stuff.
Is coming.
I never thought I would ever have anything like that, but we got it now. I don't see the Halloween thing in here.
You just had it flash up there.
I did?
So she wanted something not too scary, but still fun. So we did little like vignettes, I guess you'd call it, where we put stage the different skeletons, and like we did cowboys sitting around a fire, and we did 2 lovebirds with, having a picnic. And then we have a little gargoyle section with the headstones and stuff. We made a spider web with mini lights. And then I got these big tarantula looking spiders to put on there. And then they invited us to come to the party that night, which was really fun. They put on a really good get together.
And then Tank came through with the trailer ride. We actually had a trailer too, but we had the trailer rides going with the haunted music. I think I would love it. It's a once in a lifetime experience. Whoa, what the heck? So yeah, they had to pull down because all these high school or the teenagers and stuff were trying to kick the kids out of the way. So we had to do that. But Rick was telling me like, well, you want to do floor seats at the Houston Rockets game? I was like, yeah, I guess. He's like, man, it's a once in a lifetime experience. I was like, okay. But they had fire and people out there with suits and ties doing s'mores and everything. It was just a cool party. This year, we also, in the middle of the season, which was ironic, we repaved the driveway. Or crushed concrete the driveway.
It was completely necessary.
There was a bunch of people who were out decorating the property and decorating the fence and everything and decorating our stuff. So I had to be out there to supervise anyway. So I said, hey, bring me six dump truck loads of crushed concrete. And I'm about to spread this stuff out. And I'm glad I did, because we had pretty bad potholes. As a matter of fact, Joseph Murphy and Chelsea Murphy, when they came to visit us, what was that, 2 years ago?
Yeah, I think so.
So everything was going fine. They were down, I think, for Mardi Gras or something, but they came down to visit us. And then when they hit one of our potholes, their bumper fell off their car or some shit like that. It was like wasn't it like the heat plate or something under the car?
Yeah, right, so where that dump truck's dumping.
Yeah, right where they're dumping. So they dumped they hit this pothole, whatever happened. And then he's like, his car is dragging down his car was like dragging down the road with like a piece that was like
flapping.
Yeah. And you're like, hey, welcome to you're supposed to get a 4-wheel drive truck before you come visit us. So just so we didn't have to deal with that kind of stuff, we I went ahead and took care of this one day and spent one day on that one in the season. But yeah, the house looks great. The house looks fantastic. C7s were a big thing this year. Most everyone got C7s, the green, white, and red, Laura's colors. Many people in Plantersville, the fire department, the town hall, everywhere. Many customers that seen this green, pure white, and red combination, the mistletoe tips. That was a big hit this year for Kingdom.
Yeah, it's very popular.
Big hit for Kingdom. Yeah, so. And then there's that. This year, we don't go trick-or-treating that much, I would say. One, usually I'm just busy. I don't have time to go to Halloween parties and do anything Halloween. I'm just busy with Christmas. But somehow this year, we were able to make some time to do Halloween.
It was a Friday night, I think, or a Saturday night.
Yeah, Murphy said, I'll send you the bill. Yeah, poor guy. I mean, the damn car was dragging and shit. It's like, oh my God.
Halloween was a Friday night.
I'm sorry, we live out in the hood. Yeah, I mean, what can I tell you? Anyway, but Halloween, Christmas and Halloween are very similar in my opinion. And you're probably thinking, what the hell is he talking about? Let me tell you what I'm talking about. So you start early. Okay, you start as early as you can. You got a plan. This is how Christmas and Halloween are similar as far as Christmas light installation, in my opinion, and trick-or-treating for Halloween. Those two together. You start as early as you possibly can. You come up with a route. How are you going to get your bag, and you're going to have your bicycle, or you're going to do the houses this way or that way, and you're going to choose this neighborhood because they're closer together and they give out better candy here and there, or whatever the deal is. You move throughout the neighborhood in the most strategic way you possibly can, and you work and you get as much candy as you possibly can get before the last light is out. And then once the last light, you're knocking on doors and people are like, hey, God, dude, it's 10:30 at night. I just had the front porch light on just to have it on. I didn't think there would be trick-or-treaters at 11 o'clock. Then you try a few more doors like that. And then when people finally run out of candy, that's when it's over. That's when the Christmas light business is over. You start as early as you can. You make a big plan. You get the good neighborhood that gives, that has the best budgets, and you work as much as you can, as strategically as you can until it's over. Laura's brother, Jimmy, it's got to be the worst freaking Halloween trick-or-treater when it comes to all of these things, right? They skipped a bunch of houses, just went to 4 or 5 houses, had a couple beers, flicked some people off, and then went back to the house. I was like, what kind of Halloween trick-or-treating is this?
It's when you have little kids and they don't want to walk anymore.
It's like walking around behind neighborhoods and stuff. It was like, I guess, man, I don't roll like that. Sorry, man, I don't roll like that. Oh, you like my shirt? It's just the tip, I promise. But anyway, back to this. This was Halloween. This was what we did on Halloween. It was fun. It was just like, hey guys, it's just so awesome that I'm actually out trick-or-treating. I was like, look, we're out trick-or-treating. And they're like, oh, we're trick-or-treating. I'm like, no, this is so awesome. I haven't been trick-or-treating in 6 years because we're always busy for Christmas. But family, they have just no comprehension whatsoever of what you have to do for a living when you're in the Christmas business. Just nobody understands it.
Well, we would go when we lived in the neighborhood. Now that we live in the middle of nowhere, it's hard to do it because I would take the kids out for a couple hours on Halloween just to let them get a little treats. I think my shirt's better than yours.
Yeah, what you got? What you working with?
You ain't getting shit.
Oh, you ain't getting shit. I spent it all at the casino. Yeah. Sorry, Santa.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of which,
but it's fun getting to do little family things in season. Kind of gives you a little bit of a break, just a little bit.
Yeah. Speak for yourself.
I am.
Yeah. So this is a. Speaking of which, I will say this Trump sign. This Trump sign caused a lot of problems this year.
It sure did.
And I don't know if we just had drama queens over at the warehouse or what it was, but there was people honking the horn, cursing at us, calling us racist, and throwing beer bottles at our sign and every other thing on a daily basis from the Trump sign. So I think someone actually had the balls to get out of the car and actually unplug it for a couple of nights. I noticed it was unplugged, so that was something else. But anyway, that's old Trumpy Trump. Not very popular for some passerbys on the highway, but that happened. Here's a pretty big residential, not the biggest one that we've done this year, but pretty big residential. This was day one of the Sovereign project. With some Kingdom clips. And that's your boy Ron out there getting busy. That was the three. There I only have 3 projects that I have to personally go to this year. This is one of them that I was actually at. That's why you didn't see me posting a lot of pictures. This is another one that's in the hood. That one I like the red. I like the red and white. I don't know what it is. Yeah, that one actually turned out good. This is the only project. This is in the middle of it. This is the only project that we did this year that actually had warm white bulbs, and this was the Texas bulb. It's the only project in our whole entire portfolio that has brand new C9 bulbs from Kingdom and has the Texas bulb because I like the warm white and matched them fake trees that they got from Costco out in the front. It looks good. Bulb looks great. We're going to be fully stocked next year. Fully stocked with those next year. I do like them, even though we're look at this. So this was one that was crazy. So I could not get the lift over there because for whatever reason the ground, and it's a towable and it's too soft and every other thing. So he got it from the street and he kind of pulled it back on the right there. You see, he kind of pulled it back, and then when he pulled it back and finally got it lit, when he let it go, it kept the kept the arch. And I was like, oh shit! But remember that.
It's like a Peanuts tree, like Snoop, the leaning tree that Charlie Brown.
It wasn't that cool when we were done with the project, and one of the trees were kind of doing like had the little hook, and then it was like, Well, why don't you like maybe do it like this and kind of like leverage it back, and by that time it was too late. But yeah, that happened. But yeah, that was fun. And then, we definitely got those trees and got them all organized. That was a fun project. Got the HOA for that entrance to that neighborhood done. Got the Merry Christmas in. This is when it was in our yard. And then Jesus, we definitely sold the last one of those. Had Tyrone starting a little small fire in the yard, against company policy, but I did that myself. But yeah, had him up on the lift and putting some spritzers up in the tree by the warehouse, trying to teach Tyrone a few lessons about having a sense of urgency. And these guys are clearly flamboyant and homosexual, but this outfit at the Christmas market, I just like the fashion. I mean, these green shorts, these green Santa shorts with the little white and that those glittery ones. I was a little jealous that these two guys had a little bit more class and style than me. Speaking of which, I kind of had a man crush on what's his name this year. What was his name?
I don't know. Oh yeah, I do know.
What's his name?
John Michael.
No, it's not John Michael.
It is John Michael. So we had the opportunity on the last day of the Houston Nutcracker Market to go on the very last day, which I'm really glad we did because
John Mark.
It was really fun. I am so glad we did it. I got some really cool stuff to bring in to decorate for my own house, of course, and some really good ideas. We actually saw some garland that was huge. It was gigantic. It was super thick, super wide, and I really liked it. I think it's John Michael or John Mark.
It's John Mark.
He can wrap a bow.
Yeah,
He makes a bow so fast, and he really does some very intricate, very cool interior stuff. And Ron definitely has a man crush.
A small man crush. Let me show you this guy.
It has been a long day, just in general. But we're gonna do a bow video and show off some new ribbon. And then these bows are available online as well. We'll throw some of them online. So, anyways, I'm gonna show y'all. We've got brand new Jamie ribbon. It's in the store now and it's online. But this Greek key is pretty phenomenal, I think. I love the embroider of it and the.
All right, before you say anything, man, this guy's does fantastic work. He's like a florist, and he does weddings, and he does all this stuff. And me personally, I don't have the eye, if you know what I mean, for those things. But I'm learning, and I would like to learn more, and I'd like to get more into interior decorating and to fancier stuff. You see Murph doing some really fancy kind of next level decorations. You see these HOAs when you're driving down the highway and you're looking over at them. They're not doing some basic bullshit. They're doing some fancy decorative pieces. That's what we are trying to move our business into that way. And people like John Mark here are good people to follow. John Mark. I shared his stuff quite a few times in the mastermind. But anyway, back to what I was saying. A lot of class in these two fellas, I would say. And then here's some more ribbon. I was like, hey, John Mark, look, buddy. I might even said it.
It's very possible.
No, but this is at the Nutcracker Market. I was like, hey, John Mark, look at all these ribbons, buddy. I can make one too with you. Just give me a second. I love you. I mean, it wasn't like that, but it was,
It's pretty darn close.
Anyway, don't torture me with that. Just letting you know. So we went to the Nutcracker Market, and me and David were the only two straight guys there, with the exception of a few lost husbands. There's a lot of husbands. They had the sign up saying, "I lost my wife. Can anyone help?" Kind of thing. That's
definitely not a place you want to lose your wife, because you will go be walking home.
Like, man, I have no idea. I haven't seen her in 2 hours. It's just there was so many females there. It was unbelievable.
There's a lot of stuff to look at. A lot.
And this is some C7s in a local HOA that we did some C7s and did the best we could, with their budget, little decorated gold and silver ornaments.
Mm-hmm. And the big thing is you hear about the Nutria rat.
Mm-hmm.
And that's only usually in Louisiana, but apparently they have migrated themselves to the Houston area, and they have been plaguing us at that particular property, eating the freaking Christmas lights. One thing with the squirrels, but now we have to contend with the Nutria rat. So they've been setting traps out there, but we still have to go and do the repairs.
I ain't afraid to kill a rat.
Me either.
In an Italian gangster kind of way.
Just
so the
Merry
Christmas that was in our yard that was refurbished and repainted and
we refurb it every year.
Yeah, I was going to say repurposed, but no, it wasn't repurposed. It was always on the grassy knoll in downtown Houston, and we did get that in there. We did this whole entire corporate headquarters building. They've since went back and did a few more things, but it was a nice little 3,000 feet and a Merry Christmas, a big 8-foot tall Merry Christmas we did out there, which was a good deal, man. A good deal. We got that one done again this year. This one, I will say, was quite embarrassing. Now, everyone knows that we live in a one-horse town, and when I say Plantersville, Texas, most everyone says, oh, that's the place where Kingdom Christmas Lights is. The people around here, they don't look at us like that, I don't think. I think that's a Renaissance festival and some other crap we don't go to. But so the town hall lighting ceremony, we have like a new mayor, but the new mayor is not a part of the town hall team or
Historical Society,
some bullshit or whatever that.
Which we didn't know about until now.
The two different entities or whatever, something like that. But anyway, so we've been, halfway boycotting decorating town hall for whatever reason. It's a story I could tell you some other time. But we actually did it, and the guys accidentally put the RGBs in there. I was
this is the why
warm
proper
white
labeling is so important. When you put your stuff away, don't think that you're going to understand some makeshift freaking number or letter that you put on that box. Make sure it's clear that it says the entire thing.
Hey, my friend, I'm done with everything. These balls look weird, my friend. They look like they're green a little bit. I'm like, they look like they're green? Yeah, look. And I'm looking at it going, you just did this whole thing in fucking RGB? What? And then I was like, here, just take the RGB controller and hook it up, I guess. And then they did. And I was like, hey, I guess you guys have green and red going or whatever. And then they put it like red, and I don't know, just so over it. But
it was fun. They got to go through all the colors. They felt very special, and they got to choose what they wanted the property to look like.
But the part that was embarrassing is not that. The part that was embarrassing is the town hall lighting ceremony that Laura got completely embarrassed at.
Not this year.
A few years ago.
The first year.
The first year when people actually showed up to this thing. They were like 3, 2, 1.
I was in charge of the on button.
Only half of it's on, and Laura's like sitting here like, two margaritas into trying to figure out how to.
Whatever.
Oh, there's 2 timers.
I wasn't even that far that day.
Super embarrassing in front of the whole
Jesus
entire
forgot
town.
to tell me he put 2
timers. So
timers.
she turned the 1 timer on.
So I turned 1 on the 3, 2, 1, and then I was running up to the 3 stories to get to the other timer.
But yeah, that happened. But yeah, this year, I don't know, whatever the temperature is, the political temperature, it had Santa Claus and all kinds of stuff. Santa Claus is like the local judge around here. Everyone's just super fantastic people, but not one person showed up to the lighting ceremony. Nobody.
It was sad. It made me sad.
It was an eye-opening experience.
So they didn't have a countdown. They just said, just turn it on.
I guess just turn the shit on, I guess. And I just went through a couple cycles of it. Well, I guess that looks good. All right, well, thanks for coming out. I didn't even get a chance to sit on Santa's lap. So
I asked him if I could sit on his lap, but Mrs. Claus gave me the eye.
Oh, she did?
She did.
All right, then. Well, that explains that. All right,
he told me I could sit on his lap later.
Did he? Let's go back. Is that what he said? Let me see here.
Yeah, he said later.
So yeah, there's Santa, who's like the judge in the town.
See, he's pointing, telling me to go the other way. Go
he's like, hey, honey, just when my wife leaves, I want you to pop through behind here where we parked in the back, and we'll do some lap dance, if you will, with Santa. No, I don't think that's what happened, but maybe.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, of course. And then what is this? Oh, this is like.
What is it?
This is something that we thought would never happen. This is Amar and David.
Oh, yes.
Amar and David and the Kingdom Christmas Light trailer, which never seemed to kind of make its way out of the office. But so this is Amar, David, and our trailer sitting out here in front of here picking up some more materials. And I think this is probably a good time to kind of stop this and talk about ChristmasContractor.com for just a second.
Okay.
It's
only been an hour for Kingdom Christmas Lights, but I guess you can move on now.
Kingdom Connection is no longer Kingdom Connection. It's now ChristmasContractor.com. If you go to Google my business, the name of our company is ChristmasContractor.com. So that's what we're doing this year. Our plan was to, with the tariffs, we kind of got scared a little bit about the tariffs. And there was some other quality issues and distributor issues that we're not going to get into this year, but they were pathetic. And anyway, so we had to, but we knew that we were just going to order a little bit of stuff, and we were going to make a
cash out.
We were going to liquidate pretty much everything that we had in stock, and we were going to create and redefine relationships and have click and ship relationships. And that's what we worked on in the off season. I thought we did a pretty good job. And I will say that we didn't get our materials until second week of October. So super freaking late as usual. And, you know, and that luckily we were able to lean on David Merle, and United Holiday Lighting. They helped us out with products to get us, you know, something that we can offer our customers. That saved the beginning of the season. Like that whole thing with Jason and all those people coming in, we had nothing to sell, nothing. And stuff wasn't going to be there for another 2 weeks. And you're like, well, they'll just have people wait. It's like, so luckily we were able to sell other people's materials. We as soon as the materials came in from us, the stuff that we didn't need to send back for quality issues, we sold every freaking thing within 2 weeks. The whole year's full of stuff. It was gone in 2 weeks. Gone. And then all of our back stock was sold. Gone. So then we said, hey,
clearance was gone.
And it's like, hey, David, how much stuff can you spare? I ain't trying to put you in a situation, man. How much stuff can you spare? And we sold every freaking thing that he had to spare. All of David's materials gone. And gone. With the exception of a little bit. And then David goes, well, I didn't expect that you were going to come just sell all my materials. That was not our intention. We thought we were going to save these for customers, but we sold through everything that David had that he would allow us to use for sale. Then we started selling some HD stuff. I wouldn't say that we sold out of much except for garland and greenery.
Mini lights.
Mini lights. For some reason, garland went super freaking fast this year. Super fast. And then we just could not keep enough of it. If I had another 20, 30 cases, I would have sold every bit of it. Yeah.
And then we moved on to lights at wholesale.
and then we moved on to lights at wholesale and Dustin. That relationship worked out great. That trip to Utah, you know, to hang out with the Mormons,
with the lights at wholesale crew,
with the Mormons, the Mormons at wholesale, the lights at wholesale Mormons in Utah, no caffeine and all that strict stuff. Meeting up with those guys, that was a great click and ship relationship. The guys have their shit together. They pointed out a lot of things that I did not have awareness of, like how detail oriented every bag was, every box was, every QR code, every color, Kelvin temperature, every mini light Kelvin temperature, and what matches what, and what this is and what that is, and how to, you know, the SKU numbers and the samples and how they have the SKU numbers on them and stuff like that. It was just like, oh shit. We're so freaking unorganized that we've never really had someone set a good example of this is how you do it. And then now that we've been, you know, doing business with him this year, now I have a lot better understanding of, you know, how to move in a more professional, methodical, organized way of doing it this year. So that was a great learning experience, and it was a great relationship that catapulted us into the best year we've ever had, ever selling materials, ever. But I wouldn't say that we sold out of everything that Dustin had, because the guy just has like 2-3 years worth of shit or whatever. I mean, every time you say you have something, it's just, you know, trying to talk them down to a better price. But you know, but the guy's got inventory for days, like all over the country. So it's very quick. Murphy actually was shipping out of DFW, and I'm telling you, the stuff that you ordered was there the next freaking day. Mm-hmm. Like anyone who would order something, it was like there the next day from Dallas. I was like, this, and I don't know, I think it's Murphy's brother, Jonathan, or something that works over there. But if you, I'm telling you, this is no bullshit. If you accidentally order something and you push the button, you go, oh damn, I forgot this and this. This son of a bitch is already on a U-Haul, on a UPS truck. Like, it was like, dude, I just ordered it like 15 minutes ago. Yep, UPS already picked it up. I was like, how in the hell are they so fast? Super fast.
Super fast. Freaky fast.
Yeah, like, what is that?
Freaky
Jimmy
fast.
John's?
Mm-hmm. No,
Freaky fast.
This is nothing compared to Jimmy John's. This is freaky fast.
Freaky fast. It was like, I'd never seen nothing like that. You got the shit next day. It was like overnighting from Dallas. Next day, like every single time. It was unbelievable. Until
That's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, dude. In Texas, it's key. It's key. Great addition. So that's the old Murph. But anyway, so back to this. Now that I set that, this is the us showing up, begging him to. I sold everything that you guys have. What time are y'all getting back home from work today? 11 o'clock at night. Okay, you just tell me what time you'll be there, and I'll meet you there with my trailer to pick up another trailer full of supplies. Right?
Yep.
And that's us there again. He has like 6 of these little storage units. That was us there again, begging him for more materials. Come on, man. Come on, you got to give me some more, man. We're sold out. And then this is Laura doing her
bulb. It's a very popular bulb here in Texas, and from my understanding is it's sold out. But if you look right here, as I screw it into this socket wire, it matches this commercial elite bulb, which means we have them right now in stock. We have every color of the rainbow, from your blue, your teal, cool, pure, warm white, sun warm white, and onward to get your installs done. We also have glitzers, spritzers, and we have your clips, your magnet clips, your kingdom clips, your best clip, your blessed clip in black or white, your kingdom clip, bi-directional clip here, your magnet clips right here, and your ridge clips. Visit us.
So Laura was breaking it down. She's about to tell you where to visit.
At christmascontractor.com and get your Black Friday deal. Oh, wait a minute. It's Bright Friday. Brighten up this holiday season with christmascontractor.com. So that was the first time I ever used a lapel mic. And so we've always done the videos where Ron holds the whatever and I'm like the camera, and he's actually far away from me. So I felt like after I listened to this, I felt like I had been screaming, but I had a brand new lapel mic that I had used for the
Murphy turned us on to those lapel mics.
Mm-hmm.
At the beginning of the season, I was like, how are you making these cool ass videos, dog? He said, the lapel mic. I said, well, shit, let me get to. And then finally at the end of the season, Black Friday, we're finally using it for the first time. It's like,
we'll do better next year.
Mm-hmm. In the off season, I guess.
Sometime.
But yeah, those presents, we finally found a home for those. Finally, someone bought those and everything. I thought we were stuck with, but we pulled out a Hail Mary at the end of the season and got all that stuff gone.
If anything good happened in my life, God did it.
Mm-hmm.
If anything worked out right in my life, God did it. If I ever made a good decision in my life, God made it. If I ever brought forth fruit in my life, God did it. So when you see me praising him, I owe him everything I got, everything I live in, everything I do. To God be the glory.
So yeah, we had a bunch of videos like that. Let me get this mute off here. This is at the church. Everyone, the ladies had a table decorating.
A cup of Christmas. It was very good.
Yeah.
It was much needed a little break, little hour break. It was nice. But all the ladies, they would decorate. You hosted a table and you decorated it, and at the end, they would, during the thing, it got voted, and who was the best table. That was actually voted number 1 this year.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah.
And then here's Levi about to get on Santa's lap. Dude, like the kid's wearing a size 14 shoe already at 10 or 11 now. And then, it's like, hey, Santa. So my dad is like the real Santa Claus. So do you think I should like sit on your lap, or what do you think? So this is at the fire department. This is our number 1 charity that we donate to the fire department. This is the same Santa, the judge. And then this is Levi sitting on Santa's lap. Well, he's standing next to Santa because he feels like he's too big to be on Santa's lap now. And then these are our favorite firefighters.
Caitlin and Justin.
They just got back for a cool. She's so cute. But anyway, Santa's Wonderland. And this is like Christmas light. Oh, this is Leroy on the horse. I mean, a reindeer. This is like when you're only 11, you have to get on a reindeer, and the poor guy. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, come on, man. Come on, Levi. All right, anyway, so
He'll do better next time.
yeah.
First time.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff. This picture actually took like 6 takes to get this one right.
If you know Ron, you know why.
Why?
But Santa's Wonderland, which is in College Station, is very cool. It's a little pricey to get in there, but it has a lot of fantastic decorations. It gives you a lot of great ideas of different things that you can do if you need some inspiration. Like they use C7s and C9s in the garland and the wreaths and stuff, which I think looks really cool. These are the light tubes. They make put them in the trees, and they also make a Christmas tree out of them, which is really fun and fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really fun. It's a great night for the kids. It's a great night for us adults too. And we had a great time.
Yeah, it's always a good time at Santa's Wonderland.
Uh-huh.
We went with David, and they normally just sit around by the fire and hang out for about 10, 15 minutes and jam. But
yeah, they had been there multiple times. They hadn't seen all the stuff that we showed them around. Gave them a tour of Santa's Wonderland. But it's really a nice evening, a nice family time.
Mm-hmm.
Fun.
No, they got the Christmas stuff down. We've been there like every year, I think.
Every year since we moved here. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You remember this post that I posted about this? So when we were at Santa's Wonderland, this kid right here, he called me and he said, "Hey man, I'm at the office to pick up some materials." And what was that like? We were at Santa's Wonderland. It was like 9:00, and I was like, "Oh man, bro, shoot." Santa's Wonderland
It was last weekend. Yeah.
No, it wasn't last weekend.
Yeah.
Was it? Damn, it was last weekend.
Yeah.
So he was like, yeah, I'm at the office. I was like, well, shit, I'm not gonna be there for like 3 or 4 hours or whatever. And, I'm like, and he's like, all right, well, maybe I'll come back tomorrow. So then when we came back the next day in the morning, he had stayed the night there with like 2 dogs.
Slept in his car waiting for materials.
Car waiting for materials. And truth be told, he only got like maybe $150 worth of materials. But he had a customer said that he wanted this garage done and this and that. He just needed a couple bulbs. He had everything else. And he got the bulbs and he got it done, man. Just his dedication, that kind of shit fires me up because I'm going to tell you this right here. And let's like just slow down the podcast and talk about little mentorship just for 1 second. Your attitude about Christmas is over is trash. It sucks. Most people will say it's too early, but the people who say it's too early, you can never find them after Thanksgiving. The people who say, "Oh, it's too early for Christmas. It's too early." Oh, no. When it's finally the time that you hear a majority of people say, they're nowhere to be found, and then you're like, you know what? It's over. December 2nd, I got nothing else to do. Christmas is over. And then December 5th, someone comes into the warehouse and will say, I'm starting a new business, a Christmas light business, and I'm putting out yard signs, and I'm trying to buy some materials to get going and get started. And you're like, December 5th, you're getting started? And they're like, hell yeah, man, I've been putting out door flyers all day, and I've been doing this. And you're like, you know what? That's exactly how I am. I'm the same way, or used to be the same way at least. That's the same as me. It's like, let's go. What you mean? And just because the easy ones are gone, you're out of there. If you're looking for employment with a company, I will say the bigger companies are busy earlier, and the bigger companies are busy later. I'm busier in September than you. I'm busier in the middle and towards the end of December than you, just because that's what bigger companies are. Every company's busy in the end of October and the month of November. Every company's busy. Anybody that can halfway put a sentence together in English, and maybe even not even that, can be busy in November. Okay, so there's no rewards for being busy in November. It's the being busy early and being busy later, in December. And those jobs are still coming. That money is still there. We don't have another income to say, who really cares? I made enough. I made 20 grand, this year. Now I can buy my girl something and I have something for Christmas. That ain't what this is. That's not what we're doing. That is not what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Ben?
That's right.
We make as much money as we possibly can during the Christmas season, and there are still big customers that are coming in December. It's not as easy. The ones that just want to lay down and just give you, whatever, to get it going and to, so you can get, get Christmas lights, and they're willing to pay these, prices and stuff like that. Those might be not as, available as they are the first week of November. It's not as easy to find those, and you actually have to try a little harder to get those. But the season is not over. But I will say that what am I trying to say, Ben?
You will say that yesterday we completed a job that took us almost an entire week to do because it was so big. The third week of December.
Yeah. It's like but anyway, I like the push, man. I like the push. I like people that still try to go out there and still do it. Right now, people start doing free houses and helping out grandma who, doesn't have a budget. And, look, Fred Zimmerman said he did an install today. Yeah. So I like that kind of stuff. When people come in there with that kind of attitude, I like that attitude. That's a great attitude. That's a winning attitude. You're out there and you're trying to do it. The people are like, well, man, the season's over and it's done and blah, blah, blah. It's like, man, these are the exact people that you don't want to hang around. These are the people that you don't want to be around because it's not true. Anyone knows that Christmas is still 2 weeks away at the time. Now Christmas is 4 days away. You'd be surprised at how many people. Let's go through them. What's the reasons why people want Christmas lights right now?
Having a Christmas party.
They're having a Christmas party. They had no idea someone's coming over for Christmas, and they didn't think it was important to have Christmas lights. But now that they know that the grandkids are coming over, they need them right now because the grandkids are coming over for Christmas. They don't really care, but their company that's coming over does. Or another one is, I just closed on the house. And we only got a week till Christmas, but I want my first Christmas in the new house. I want to have lights on it. That's another one that people do.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of people, and then we even get them after Christmas, people doing New Year's Eve parties that they want to put Christmas lights up. After Christmas, we're still doing installs, but we had to say no to probably about 20 installs over the last week. One because we were busy, and the other one because we're playing defense.
A lot of them had their own lights, and they start with a big estimate, and then all of a sudden they want like 5 packs on a tree, and you're like, I'm sorry, I can't do that. And you just have to, you guard yourself a little bit, make some decisions. What's best for the guys, and that are everybody's getting tired, but we're still pushing.
Yeah. Just somehow out of the blue, we get a $65,000 job came in, like residential.
Insane.
A week and a half ago. So it was like we're down to 5 people working for us, and we can't handle something of that size, even though I have all the materials for it.
We sure did handle it.
So I said, hey, David, can you spare a couple of those guys that don't have trucks and they're driving their car and don't even have a ladder that work for you? Can you spare a couple of those guys to help out with labor? And he gave us maybe 2 or 3 guys or 4 guys for 2 days. And then we had Tyrone doing Jacob, he doing a couple of trouble calls and stuff. And he was just kind of managing the little trouble calls here and there while the guys were out working on this house. It's a famous person that, we not going to share too much information right now at this point, but huge job, life-changing job. And that they want to do it every year. So that was great. Look, Fred Zimmerman has something to say, Laura.
We had one last week. Oh, yeah. That's the right now business is right now.
Exactly. It's like, hey, I got something going on and it's something very important or whatever like that. And I need it done right now. I mean, that is what's going on. You have to be ready. Oh,
he's working, Fred.
Yeah, Norbert said, no, I no go to Indiana ever again. No, Fred Zimmerman give me bullshit job. He give me bullshit job, boss. He sent me to trouble call. He sent me to lots of bullshit job, no good job, just bullshit job. And I know. Yeah, no, he was our best guy this year.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to leave
Norbert
Texas.
is not coming back, my friend. Anyway, so that's that.
He's actually been working all day today.
Yeah, he was just calling in the middle of the show saying he was leaving this last house. So yeah, the Christmas party was good.
The Christmas party was good.
Yeah, look at Timu Santa. You see?
Oh, don't be like that. So this year's Christmas party, like we watched the weather reports, and it was supposed to be freezing. I mean freezing. Like usually we get Winter Palooza in January, and that's when we have to be concerned. But it was supposed to be freezing.
Freezing is like 50 degrees is what we're talking about.
But it was going to be in the 30s and raining. So we were like, okay, what we normally were going to cook, we totally like switched gears. And I said, I'm just going to do chili. I can pre-make it. We'll have the hot dogs and sausage and, chili burgers, whatever. We'll do all that stuff. And then it ended up not being as cold as it said, but I had already prepared and planned. And then Brandon, good old Brandon, who loves to cook, even on his birthday, he made pastelayo, and it was a huge hit. And talking about, never having very many things left over after the parties, that is the truth. But he and Danielle made the pastelayo, which was fantastic, and we had a great time.
Yeah, it was very good time. Very good time. And then this is us playing cornhole. There were some people playing some cornhole, had some workers back there and playing cornhole in the warehouse with Laura's brother Jimmy and Nick. Mm-hmm. And then, so yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun at the company Christmas party, which was like it started with the kickoff where Geiman came down for the training, and then it ended with the Christmas party. And like I said, this is our first time doing a podcast. It was a very successful year. And how do you measure success in the Christmas light business? That is a very good question. If you do distribution and you do installation, you're trying to average these two things out to say maybe one was better, but one was not, or I kind of excelled in this area, but we kind of went down in that area. And just to give you the God's honest truth, we probably installed less houses this year.
But our tickets were
we had less crews working for us this year than we've ever had in probably the last 5 years. But we made more money this year. I mean, I look at the way that I judge success for me personally, and I don't know what you guys do, but I look at how much money's in my bank account when the season starts, how much credit card debt maybe I have to get the season started for whatever's needed. I look at wherever point I'm at when the season starts. Then I look at the point that I'm at Christmas when you've collected all the money. And then after you take all the lights down, where are you at? And then after you pay the taxes and do all your taxes and stuff, where's that number? So where did you start? Where are you at Christmas before takedown? Where are you at after takedown? And then where are you at after taxes? And that's the money you have to live on until the next year. And this year is the biggest number that it's ever been, ever. Mm-hmm. And definitely a big celebration. We just got back from Las Vegas. I seen that Murphy and a couple people have went to Vegas and just dipped out. Like December 4th, I'm like, don't you have a company to run? Like you can like bounce out December 4th and go on vacation to Vegas? Like, So we did it. We just got back last night from Vegas.
We got back at 1 o'clock this morning.
And we're on the phone the whole damn time, like the end of November. The end of December. We're on the phone the whole time, still doing work. It was crazy. Mm-hmm. I have no idea how someone can leave on the 5th. But especially when you have a warehouse with a bunch of materials that you still need to get rid of those materials. But
Haven't decided where yet?
Oh yeah, David said he hasn't decided where yet, but yeah, David's probably going to Vegas. Here's a picture of the Bellagio, and this is like going through this and seeing the Bellagio for the first time at Christmas. This was like being a kid on Christmas morning. It was the most beautiful place I've ever seen in my life. It was breathtaking. It was so beautiful.
All the trees are real. They're live trees. Every single one of them is a live freaking tree. That was amazing to me.
Yeah. It was unreal. I mean, there was no place I've ever been in my life that even comes close to how nice this was. Like, for example, this nutcracker, it was made up of 100% flower petals.
It's roses.
Roses.
Yeah.
The whole entire thing. It was nuts.
It's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, it was nuts. I don't know why this video.
It looks all, yeah, there you go. They cleared up a little bit.
And it was all, like she said, real trees that smelled like, pine in there. And there's
like
someone
Christmas.
inside that Bellagio little gingerbread house having lunch or whatever, dinner, and the Christmas shop and all the attention to detail and the quality. Looking at all that kind of stuff, it makes you think about yourself, and it makes you think about the quality that you provide for your clients and how it is nothing compared to this, and you're nowhere near this level. Maybe some of you are, but for when I'm looking at it, I'm like, damn, I need to step my game up like 25 different steps if I want to be even mentioned. And look at this damn thing. This train that we walked underneath this, what it was, the first one. Up here on the top, this is actually roses that are in chicken wire, and it has rose petals picked in there, white roses, to make it look like a smokestack. You can just sit there in absolute awe the whole entire time looking at all this stuff. It is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life.
And we went in there 3 times, and
Besides
every single
Laura,
time,
of course.
Sweet thing. Every single time you saw something that you didn't see the time before. It was really amazing.
Yeah. It was unbelievable. It was like Christmas morning for me. Like you come down the stairs and Santa Claus came, and you're just looking at amazement of all the things that you got and how excited you are as a kid. It was like that for me. It was like being a kid and just so excited to see everything. And we were kid free. So, I mean, there was some cool parts about that too. This is the gift shop. The quality of all these things that they had. Were they pricey? Yeah, they were pricey, but it was just unbelievable stuff in this Christmas gift shop at the Bellagio. I was like, I just want to just live here forever. I mean, look at this stuff. It was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. What do you think? What do you think, Laura?
I was very surprised about how much they decorate and then how much others don't decorate as much. The Aria was probably the next level, similar to the Bellagio, where they have that
I wouldn't
say
cool, similar. I would say they actually did something.
They did stuff, yeah, with the ski slope looking entryway. That was really cool. What was another one? The Caesar's Palace. They had a nice little entry, but that was it. Literally just that little bit in the entry there. Mm-hmm. But it was nice to get away and see the decorations and get some ideas. When we went to the Wynn, in between the Wynn and the Encore, where the Wizard of Oz was, we saw some trees and stuff that were really cool and gave us some really great ideas of some things we'd like to get designed.
Yeah, the guy that does those.
The resin pieces.
The poly resin pieces. We've seen a lot of poly resin pieces and said, man, take a picture of that. We can definitely use that. Yeah. Another thing we did, I mean, this is podcasting all about Christmas lights. This is about going to the nicest restaurants and the best chefs in the nicest restaurants. This one was Gordon Ramsay. We went to Hell's Kitchen. And, of course, we walked in with no reservation. And your boy Ron somehow found a nice table. It was like, excuse me, could you take your hat off in the bathroom, do your hair a little bit, and then come in here and sit down, buddy? But I'm not saying that's what happened, but it might have been something like that. So, yeah, this is Hell's Kitchen.
I love it.
So Hell's Kitchen was fantastic.
Yeah, it's very good.
The first course was, what was this?
It's lobster risotto.
Lobster risotto. This is the most tender lobster I've ever had in my life. It was like you could cut it with a spoon. It was unbelievable. I don't know how they do it, or I don't know if it's the cut of lobster or what it is, but it was fantastic. Very good. Each piece just flaked right off. It was the best lobster I've ever had. And then Laura, she had these scallops. Oh my God, those scallops.
They were delicious.
Weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, the scallops, that was like the
Brussels sprouts.
Beginning meal. That was the how we got things started. With the scallops and the Brussels sprouts,
and squash.
So
like
that was
the
like an appetizer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have had the appetizer because after that appetizer, I was like full. And then they do like they all wear this kind of like gangster kind of worker, warehouse worker uniform, but they bring the smoked old fashioned or whatever. They bring it out in this like kind of light box, and I was like, it's cool and everything, but it's Laura makes a better one. And I told the guy that I want Woodford, and it certainly wasn't Woodford, and I just let him make it, but let him make it, like let him pass. I gave him a pass. But yeah, it had the Hell's Kitchen fire stamped into the orange, and the actual ice had the stamp of Hell's Kitchen into the ice. So it's really nice. It was fantastic. And is this yeah.
It's still the scallop.
Working on the old scallop action. And then this is, so Laura had the beef Wellington.
You have to have the beef Wellington. If you ever watched Hell's Kitchen show.
Aren't those truffle?
Yes, truffles.
Truffle slices?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And she had a fancy bottle of wine. I had the baked macaroni and cheese. I made the mistake of ordering the braised rib or whatever it was. It was really good, but
short ribs.
Short ribs.
It was like, it's surprising. Like knowing Ron, I was surprised.
And then this was,
oh God, that was so good.
It tasted like some kind of a cinnamon cake,
something
so with ice cream on it. And, we got into a fight over the last bite.
Yeah,
no, we didn't.
It was a toffee pudding. And then that on top was like a caramel ice cream. When it was hot, it tasted like gingerbread to me.
She's like, I don't want it anymore, but it's so good. Full. I can't stop.
I just couldn't even. And it was really fun. The food is delicious. It's very, very loud in there. So having conversations, you kind of got to yell or whatever. But
yeah.
But it was a good experience. I'm really glad we found a way to get in there.
Yeah. So like the next morning, just because Vegas is like 2 hours behind where we are, the next morning, I'm like up at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. So I'm like walking through, like with me and all the homeless people hanging out, just whoever's up at 3 and 4 in the morning. Some drunk people in the elevator can't find their room or whatever. And so I took a couple of videos and pictures. This is in the fancy shops where they have, these are, what are those called? These cluster lights?
Yeah.
The cluster lights with some kind of animation. This is the MGM Grand. They just put a couple Christmas trees and they put a Santa Claus or like a ski cap on the lion with a little bit of something. And they had these little, paper mache icicles hanging from it. Nothing crazy, nothing extravagant too much. The Netflix bites and just little kind of weird little restaurants and stuff like that. This is the Wizard of Oz because they have it at the Sphere. So this was in between the Wynn and Encore. So we definitely went there, and that was fun.
The lady was asking me if we wanted her to take our picture, and she distracted me.
Anytime someone asks me to take a picture, it's always oh, man. How do I nicely say, no, thank you. I don't want you touching my phone. But anyway, that's something I deal with. Pet peeve situation. So, yeah, this was some of those poly resin pieces that we seen that we liked. Got a little glitter in them. Just interesting. The ornaments and the poly resin pieces and how much money they probably spend on this stuff or how little money they spend on it.
Yeah.
Depending on what it is. Yeah. But yeah, this was inside the Encore or on the Bellagio.
No, that's not the Bellagio.
I mean, not Bellagio, but the Wynn. And they had some fancy schmancy type of places.
How about fancy? That guy right there looks fancy.
What's that? Oh, this gentleman over here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's a straight pimp. Straight pimp in Las Vegas with this beautiful lady right here, Laura Robey. This is inside our hotel suite that we were generously awarded with by just putting a credit card up. They just gave us that. But I will say this. We had one of the most fantastic meals that night, the next night, which was 2 nights ago.
Yes.
The Bellagio, right on the fountains, right on the water, prime steakhouse in the Bellagio. I'll show you pictures later on. I'm not going to drag you through that right now, but that was one of the nicest restaurants and nicest restaurant experiences that we've probably had, I would say.
Very attentive and delicious.
Mm-hmm. And then we even had this so as soon as he seen that I had the video camera out there and I was recording him and I had a shirt on that looked like I meant business, and he was like, holy shit, this is someone important recording me. And then he was like so focused, not on the, the 5 or 6 people that was in the bar, just on me recording. Check this out.
He's making eye contact.
Oh, he pointed at me. You didn't see that?
I mean, he's making eye contact, pointing at you. He's like, you.
Yeah, you. Hey, you.
Lord.
But no, I think it was right here.
Oh, I saw it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he gave me a point. Like, he gave me a point. Where's the point? Oh yeah, right there. He's pointing at me. He's like, "Hey, man, you with the camera."
Yeah, you, buddy.
Maybe there might be some chicks watching that might think I'm cool or something. Like, he had the whole thing. Like, maybe this guy might be somebody important. I might be famous on YouTube after this guy. So I don't know if that's the truth, but that's what happened. And then Perry, we pretty much went everywhere and seen everything. But yeah, that was really cool.
Champion is live in Vegas. I told Joe Rogan is something you don't know about.
Yeah, so the first time we seen fake Dave Chappelle, he was doing the Clayton Bigsby thing. And as we were going down the street, he's like, white power. And I was like, man, what the hell is he talking about? And then when we came back the second time, then he was talking about smoking crack or smoking rock with Joe Rogan or something. I said, man, give me a second. I'll give you $5. And we get a little video of this right here. Maybe I gave him 10. And he had a little thing of baby powder that he was putting on his lips. The guy was really nice. And then as soon as I was done recording, I talked to him for about maybe 2 minutes, and he knocked off the Dave Chappelle and was real talking with me. But a very nice guy. I like this guy. He was actually one of my favorite on the street. Most of them are just kind of panhandlers borrowing somebody's suit or whatever. But this guy, you could tell he's in it. He's an OG. He's an OG. He's an OG for sure. And I thought about Zuzak, the old Korean barbecue house, and Patty. And then Taco Bell Cabana. I mean, everything's nicer in Vegas, but at the end of the day, it's still Taco Bell.
But you can buy a beer in there. I think that's why they call it a cantina, because you can buy a beer.
Oh, yeah. You know
with
what?
Your taco.
Yeah. So Taco Bell with a bar inside. That's exactly what it was.
And maybe a margarita in a big tube.
In a slushie and some other stuff. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah. Jason Aldean, his bar was like closed for some reason, but it had a Christmas tree in there. So they must have been open, or they closed down for a week or two. Yeah, temporary close. Like, come on, dog. And this, I will say, this lady right here was making fresh homemade mozzarella. She was making buffalo mozzarella right there in front of you. This was surprising. Probably one of the nicest places. I'm not going to get more into this because I can go on for like another hour about this stuff. But the MGM Park.
Yeah, Park MGM.
The Park MGM. Next to New York, and their Italian shopping and Italian restaurants and all of that was
Italy.
The Italy was so impressive. It was probably one of the most impressive things that we've seen as far as, where would you want to stay next time? Where would you want to stay next time? And that's where we want to stay. That thing was super nice to eat and stay there. So Park MGM for sure. Now let's get into a few more things. Back to Christmas lights. I think one of the coolest things this year for Christmas lights was definitely the C7s. C7s and trees. Here's a little small video of that. Yeah, so that was cool. We did that one. We had C7s, I think was probably the biggest thing that we had. But let's go through a list of things, Laura. Let's talk about Christmas lights. And if anyone's still listening, looks like there is 15 people still watching or listening. What would you say the advice that or the lessons that we learned this year that we didn't know?
Let's see. First of all, even though I have still have 4 cases of yardsticks, I think next year we're going to put QR on the yardsticks, on the yard signs as well.
QR on the yard signs, 100%.
We did put it on the t-shirts and the sweatshirts, and that was really good. It went straight to the website, so that was a great thing that we did. Definitely the yard signs that would do that.
Because at the end of the day, you don't really want the customer calling you. You want them to fill out a web request. I mean, because you're getting so many of them. That way, when you find a stopping point, you can address them. And the QR code sends them to the website. When you just have a phone number, they call you. And when they call you, you're trying to sell the job. But if you're busy, you're like saying, hey, I'll call you back, but you're not because you're so busy and someone else is going to call you and take that place where you were going to call that customer. Instead, you're on the phone with another customer and you lose the lead. When you can just collect their information on the website where they can learn more about your company while they're sitting in the car. And then they can click the online estimate and show what they're doing and upload a picture of their house on Jobbers. So the QR code, 100%. That's one thing.
Another thing that we learned is that if we don't push specialty items very much, and we noticed this year with us pushing the C7s, we sold a lot of them. Usually, we push a little here and there, greenery, of course. But I feel like we need to start pushing a little bit more on just doing the roof lines and just maybe putting those C7s in the bushes or some different things that we didn't normally do, but we did it a lot more this year. I did try to push Christmas trees more this year, and that did not kick off as much as I had liked. And also, you never know the temperature of what colors people are going to go for. Like this year, it was green again. Was very, very popular. The other popular one, which I thought was really weird, is the multicolor.
It was aggravating a little bit because we didn't have it.
With usually multicolor has the purple in it. Mm-hmm. But this year it was the multicolor with the yellow, which I don't think is very cute, but that was very popular and strange. Oh, I shouldn't have made that. Strangely popular this year.
More people wanted multicolor with yellow than anything else this year. Mm-hmm. They said, no, I don't want that multicolor with purple. Then we had to take all the purples out of the bags and then give them 100 yellows, to make
specialty stuff a lot this time. Garland was the other big surprise. Everybody wanted garland. Still this is 3 years now. Garland around the archways, garland around your entries. They want the freaking garland on everything, which is a surprise.
The people that bought from us, we were like, it was like the David Chappelle thing, with the crack rock. Like, come on, man. How come you didn't order no more garland, man? Come on, man. Come on. I got to get me some garland. It was like, man, I'll do you a favor and I'll slide you one case, man, because we're friends. It was like that this year.
I had to order more expensive garland for myself to help out quite a few of our friends, and then pull some garland out from
all of Dustin's sold out. All of Holodynamics sold. All of Kingdoms sold.
Gone.
Every garland
Gone.
sold. Every one gone. And it was like November 10th.
It wasn't even Thanksgiving, and we were out. And I didn't have to
not just out, but out and no other source to get it. And there's two people that offered us to sell their garland. One of them had the Walmart shine. If you know what I'm talking about, it's a little below our standards, so we don't offer that to resell, just because we wouldn't personally use it ourselves. So we don't sell stuff we wouldn't consider personally using. And then another person who invited us to purchase from them. We just don't do business with their company because of some other reasons that's not important to talk about right now. But so yeah, we need to line up a better source of greenery for sure this year.
And that's the one thing that hit with the tariffs so bad, was the greenery this year. So it was
the most popular. Another one is not
expensive.
Just the 15-inch fluff or 14-inch fluff, the 22-inch fluff, or these big ones. Those are ones that we really needed, and we didn't have them. That's what we could have sold a lot of, and we wanted to really personally use those for our company, because we went through a shitload of garland this year. And the people that we know and that we're with, they're starting to graduate from doing 80 properties in a season to now they're getting some commercial projects, and they're needing garland now. So our customers are growing up, and they're becoming, bigger installers that are doing commercial projects, and they're needing this garland and picking it up from us real time. And we didn't have enough to supply that need this year, but it was very surprising.
And it was nice watching the kids grow up. It was really cool.
It's
very exciting.
It's been like the joy of our life, doing some kind of a ministry of helping people start their own business, helping people grow and advance their business. The Christmas Light, bringing light to the community. There is some kind of a ministry aspect of that, and watching people make more money, and they're celebrating and they're finding success. I mean, there's something that makes you feel good. Now, I'm not going to be like a Geiman where I'm going to sit there and make nothing and try to make everyone else a millionaire. I want to be a millionaire too, lead by example. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you can do it, why aren't you doing it for yourself? So we're doing it for ourselves, and but it's nice to see other people doing it too. And now you're hanging around people who are, every time you're talking to them, they're asking you a bunch of questions. They're learning from you. So these are the people that we poured into the whole entire season, and they came in all the time, and they had a bunch of questions, and they called us about jobs and what do you think about this and that. Not a lot of people, but I would say about 30 people, I would say, that was on the constant questions and celebrating their success. And it was really awesome. It was really the highlight of our year. Those things. But anyway, what else was surprising?
Those. I guess just the fact that we didn't do as many houses, but we made a lot more money this year. Our tickets were higher.
We lost three jobs that I really wanted. I didn't really want them. I lost one job I really wanted to Amar.
You did.
And then once I seen the job he did, I was like, oh, okay, good.
And I handed what is it, 2 cases of garland that I didn't want to get rid of.
I went to
do the job that Ron really wanted.
This motherfucker is showing me, look, check out this customer. I'm like, oh yeah, I know that customer. That's the one I really wanted. Oh, Mar, you got me, dog. But anyway, it happens. I'm glad I went to someone that we know.
Yes.
And the materials that went onto that house, some of them came through us. So, there's that.
Yeah.
We lost that big property that I was talking about online about a mirror. And I thought the person who was going to get that project was not being able to do it. That person did come into the office. That person did tell us what the situation is. And that person has been out there every single night to fix that one in this other HOA and still has not gotten it right. And the customer is like, Ron, please, can you come back? They just don't know what they're doing. It was, I find a small amount of pleasure in that. And I'm glad. I knew it the whole time, but I just know that there's just no way that you were going to do it. I just knew it. And sure enough, they didn't.
And we appreciated not having that extra stress this year.
But to be candid about that this particular property that I speak about, some of you know what it is. It was a $34,000 commercial project. We bumped it up to 43, just because you have to go back there a lot, and you have a lot of special equipment and a lot of different pieces and a lot of adding things and their power. You know, like if you have a commercial property and something's wrong with their power and that outlet has never worked and they won't get an electrician to fix this or that. So you have to kind of figure out some other this and that, and, you know, and whatever those details are, you know, each project's different, but, you know, when you've done them for like 5 years, you know exactly what those nuances are and how the community works. And they say that they want it, you know, the 15th of October because they want that price. And then as it gets closer, they say, no, let's do it in November and that kind of shit. So we did ourselves a favor, actually. When you hindsight 2020, you look at the end of the season, you say, it was nice to only have 3 projects I had to be at personally and not having to do these other ones. The takedown is going to be simple. I don't need to get like 20 lifts and a 135-foot boom lift that costs $2,300 a day to be out there with the tractor trailer fee to drop it off and pick it up. It's like $4,000 to get this thing out there for one day to put up lights on this tower. It's like, I totally get why the other company didn't do it. And I mean, I hung my hat on how difficult it was, but I still got it done. And I knew that there was just no way that anyone else was going to go behind me and get it done. And I was right about that. And, you know, they were wrong about, you know, it's not worth the money that we offer. And I'm sure they're going to come back and say, please, Ron, can you come back like they did the last time they tried to venture off Kingdom? But, you know, Chelsea Murphy, you know, she said something last year that really rings true with Laura and I, and we still say it to each other today. Is the juice worth the squeeze? And when you start looking at profit per man hour, like Murphy says, profit per man hour, and you're going back to that son of a bitch every single day or every other day because there's always something going on, and you gotta have a 40-foot ladder to get up there to reach this and that. You got to have some experienced mountain climber to do this job and that job, or someone to really has, you know, small regard to the safety in their life to do some of these super dangerous jobs. Is the juice really worth the squeeze? And all the stress that you put yourself under, is it worth that extra money? Or could you replace it with something else that would make a similar amount of money with less stress and less difficulty? And this year we've seen that play out, and
boy, did we.
We've seen that play out, and I'm very happy with the success that we had this season without having to do some of those, you know, dangerous jobs like our buddy Serge. Our buddy Serge. All right, let's do a little what's on the internet. Let's talk about what the brothers be talking about on the internet, and not my buddy John Marks. That we have a half of a man crush for John Marks. Let me go over here to the wrap up show. This is. All right, I'm going to pull this up on the screen, right, Show? Let me pull this up. All right, let's see here. It's been a while since I've done one of these. All right, this one right here. Clip this into its own little video clip. Because this right here is probably one of the coolest posts that I've seen on the internet. It's about a friend of ours named Caleb Jordan. And Caleb Jordan is here locally in the Conroe area. When someone says, hey, I'm in search of a Christmas light installation person here in the local Houston, Texas area. I'm looking for someone who's dependable. Do you have any recommendations? And you will get somewhere in the neighborhood of 150 to 200 recommendations in one day. Mm-hmm. One day, you'll have 200 recommendations. And this is on the I Love Conroe page. Caleb Jordan is a Marine family man and a complete joy to be around. He works honestly, does things exactly the right way, and respects other people. He's clear, direct, and tactful. He's definitely direct, I will say. He came out to string up my house, and I swear his outdoor lighting company is the only people y'all should call this season or any other. Power connection, connected safely, lights evenly spaced, gave me a ton of color and size options. Set it on a timer, adjusted the current sunset, sunrise. It was perfect. Veteran supported business because he delivers absolute perfection. He thinks people who hurt kids belong in a wood chipper. He believes in our shared right to carry, and he's an incredible, kind man. Enough said. And so this post, you're like, oh shit, I know Caleb. Yeah, nice guy. And it looks like he has a kingdom clip on here. If I could,
Yes.
it looks like a kingdom clip there. Just saying,
And the color of the year, red, white, and green.
Red, white, and green. I'm just throwing it out, throwing it out there. But anyway, so look at what has been said online about this. And this is like, I want people to say things about me like this online. I mean, look at this shit. So Heath jumps up here, and Heath Phelps. Everybody knows Heath Phelps. Everybody knows and loves Heath Phelps, I should say. We love Caleb. Work with him, and I've known him for years. Stand up, solid man. He gives back and supports other veterans. I'm retired 20-year Navy submariner myself, and there's 8 comments that goes with that, talking about how great Caleb is. Another person, Caleb is definitely an honest and amazing man. Another lady, he's the best. He does window washing and pressure washing. He's honest and reliable. And this just goes on and on and on. Does he want some side work? What is his prices? But second, this one, this guy's awesome for sure. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. Caleb is such a great guy. He's been doing our house every Christmas since we moved here. Caleb is an outstanding young man, caring and honoring, motivating. Service is excellent, business-minded, great skill in all the services he offers. I mean, it's just awesome post, great guy, excellent service. David Murrow, that's my dog. That's my dog. But the shit just goes on and on and on and on about how great Caleb is. And I was like, oh, I even said, hell yeah. Someone said most already know. For those who don't, he's the GOAT. I'm like, all right, then. Jonathan Cena. Oh, John Cena. He's like, I'm a contractor, but I would highly recommend him. Great personality, great workmanship, just a solid guy. These are other installers, friend of ours. And all of the installers are saying that Caleb Jordan, I recommend that you call him. Think about that. Who does that? Who does that? So, Caleb, buddy, if you're listening later on in life or whatever, if you stumbled upon this and you made it through the 2-hour mark, I want to be like you, man. I want people to say things nice like about me online on public forums, and just one of your customers puts it out there and just all that. I mean, that was really inspirational to see a whole entire community of people talking so nicely about you, and other contractors and your competition saying, you know what? I'm like his competition and whatever, but I recommend him. He's a nice guy. I would definitely call him for sure too. And that's what I said too, man. Hell yeah. I love this. But everyone was saying such nice things about him. And it's like, man, I want people to say nice things about me like that.
Aw, babe.
But Laura, every now and then, she says a compliment and says nice things about me. So I guess I'm good. Say, all right, what else do I have? I'm sure I have one more thing. Oh, here's another thing. Let's talk about what's on the internet. Let me pull this up. I don't know, man. I just can't do this. This lollipop bullshit that I'm seeing all these people do. I'm like, okay, the John Mark, and I've kind of got like a little man crush on John Mark, and I like watching his videos, and the whole, whatever else. Those 2 guys walking in the Santa's market with the bling, 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 and they was definitely on each other's ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. I mean, besides that, this is 100% right down that alley. I would say these lollipop these guys are doing these things here. This is Mike Marlowe. If you know anything about Mike, he's in the Christmas business too. But I'm not picking on Mike. It's like every time you turn around, somebody's got one of these damn lollipop things. I guess they got from Chat GPT, and it's like, man, I get it. Everyone's a follower, and everybody wants to, I get it. You're not going to see your boy Ron doing it. Okay, let me just leave it at that. You're not going to see your boy Ron doing the lollipop thing, and me and Lars with a bunch of lollipops, or I'm sitting over here like, hey, what I'm saying, I got my lollipop guild. Your boy Ron ain't doing it, but I've been seeing this shit all over the internet. Like, man, what? What?
There's some really funny ones out there too.
I mean, some of them are good. Like some of the chicks, that for the females that have them, I mean, they look really cool. But no, it's too much. What's up, Chris Berkner? What's up, brother? All right, so I hope you guys had a very successful season. I hope that you made a lot of money. I hope that you're considering taking the lights down with care and organizing them in a way that makes your life easier next year. Now, remember, most people, they don't care about next year because it's so far away. It's so far away, but then that turns into August, and August turns into September, and oh shit, we're installing this month or next month, and then and then how did I put all these away? And I just didn't think it mattered. I just ripped them down and put them into a whatever. But the way that you take them down, the way that you handle with your customers, this is a pro tip, the way that you handle your customers, you will get more 1-star reviews during the takedown process than you will any other process. And these are with customers who are already happy with you and they've paid their bill and they're completely happy with you. These are the ones that'll get you a 1-star review because of your takedown process. You did a poor job. You ripped the lights off. You did this. You didn't do that. They thought that the service, because the magic is gone. Christmas is over. And now you're just taking it down and you're trying to take it down as fast as you can and get out of there. And you're leaving glue all over the place. You're leaving clips all over the place. The takedown, you really need to pay attention to your takedown, how you take the lights down, how carefully you take it. Like, where's the fire? Like, where do you have to go that's so urgent? Take your time, take them down, take the extra little bit of time. And even if you're not even doing anything, make it look like you're taking some notes, like you're making some notes and diagrams or whatever, that looks like it's professional. Do the best job you possibly can on the takedown. Do yourself a favor. Do take notes for future self. Put those zip ties in between the first and second bulb with identifying markers that says yellow zip tie equals upper left or whatever. If you're a firefighter, they do the A, B, C, D or many people do different things, but whatever your thing is, do your thing. Your company policy is this is the way we do it. And whenever you see this identifying marker that's here or there, it's a piece of tape, it's this, that means this, and then this is where this goes. Those kind of things that you need to do on takedown. And you need to start getting that ready with a nice Christmas message and then letting all your customers know that you're going to schedule them as early as January 2nd, unless they have any preferences or they have a Christmas party coming up on the 6th. Earlier in our career, Laura will tell you that we took a few down and had to put a few back up over the years.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were having a Christmas party tomorrow or day or two, and we had to send another crew out there to put all the lights back up.
A birthday party, so they wanted the Christmas lights up.
Family was out of town, but they do their Christmas on January 5th or whatever it was, or just whatever. So yeah, that is definitely something that you want to let the customer know for Christmas when they're sitting around there about the takedown. And then they may say, take it down whenever. And then you say, oh yeah, whenever. Does that mean you're ready to do it tomorrow? Oh, I don't mean that early. It's the same as, hey, when would you like me to put your lights up? Oh, whenever. Okay, so like the third week of September? Oh, no, not the third week of September. Well, you said whenever. When they say whenever, hit them back with okay, so you mean you're ready to go as early as the 2nd? Okay, cool. But the ones that haven't communicated in with you, try the text message. Text them, call them, email them until you get some kind of yeah, I don't care or whatever. Definitely do the takedown's huge.
Mm-hmm.
What else, Lana?
Yeah, takedown, that was good.
Anything else? There's a permanent lighting training, and I will show you this. This is going to be the last thing I'm going to show you. I do appreciate you hanging out for 2 hours. I know Geiman can only make it about an hour before he turns into a pumpkin. But 2 hours for your boy Ron, and I could go all night, bro. I could go all night, year. But yeah, so let me share this tab with you. This is the VIP personal training that you can get your boy Ron, take you down through your business and teach you how to run your business more efficiently. Or you can go to the training here and get our permanent lighting class. Permanent lighting, this is going to be Invisalights. Armando from Lights at Wholesale, Visilights. Armando's coming down. Armando is very vocal about what works and what doesn't work. Who's a good trainer and who's not a good trainer. He's very opinionated about who gives the best training. So we're going to see, what kind of training he can give from the corporate office, so people can ask him questions and call him. You basically can get an individual training for $4.99. Well, $6.99, but how about that? $4.99. You can get the individual training with the demo kit. The demo kit's a $400 demo kit, but you can get the training with demo kit for $6.99. You can get a training for $3. Bring a couple of your workers, $7.99. Bring a couple of your workers with you, or you can get the training for $3 with one demo kit. And for $8.99, you're in there. So that is the package that you need to bring a couple workers. You love the Christmas lights. You love doing lighting. You're thinking, I would love to do this all the time, because you don't make money like this, and you don't get a chance to put smiles on people's faces like this when you're pressure washing or whatever you're doing. So you want to learn how to do permanent lighting. You want your guys to learn how to do permanent lighting. You have a couple friends and you're both doing the same business, and you want to come hang out with your boy Ron, get a couple pictures and get you a demo kit and start selling some permanent lighting and start heading in that direction of something besides Christmas light, but providing light throughout the season that turns into other things. Permanent lighting class, February 6th and 7th. Get your ass there. And it's hosted by ChristmasContractor.com. And we are going to have a huge year for permanent lighting. Invisilights is what we are offering. We might offer something else. Who knows what happens? But for right now, we're very happy with the Invisilights product. And we're very happy with the service, the sales, service, and shipping of the Invisilights product. How fast it is, how accurate it is, and the people that are behind the product is more important than the product itself. The reason why we don't do business with some products is because the people behind the product are people that you don't want to do business with, but it's not really the product. This one, it's a good product, and the people behind the business is exactly who you want to do business with. And that's Invisilights. Okay. So that's the Invisilights training. And you'll learn pretty much anything and everything you need to know. We can talk about anything you want, but you're definitely going to know how to do permanent lighting. And we are going to be decorating Brother David's house, David Merle. We're going to be decorating his house. You know what? I will say something about David Merle.
Okay.
For a redneck from Arkansas, eating roadkill and that kind of shit, like to the point that he is now, the guy is probably one of the most successful people I've ever met, one of the hardest working guys I've ever met, that you'll never be able to tell looking at him how successful he is and how much of a hard worker he is. And most of his stuff is just through text messages, like text messaging customer estimates and text messaging orders for materials and stuff. And you're doing 2-3 shipping containers full of stuff. It's like, what? Like, how? Just such a hard worker between him and Amar. Great people. I'm glad that we were able to merge our businesses closer together and network and work together on more projects this year. It was a real game changer for us. It kind of saved our season in many ways. There's a small list of people that I wanted to thank for really saving our season, and David and Amar were one of those that helped out Kingdom in a huge way this year. And they are big fish. Many people don't know it, but they might make jokes and stuff like that, like I do, about David. Not Amar more so than David, just we're friends, we joke with each other and stuff like that. But super impressive guy. I mean, just super impressive family man. He's always trying to hang out with his family and do family things, and and just do business and do good business. And so David Merle, hats off to you, brother. Merry Christmas. And to everyone out there, man, I hope you had a very Merry Christmas. So Santa Claus gets you whatever you want. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me, to me or Laura, and we'd help you with anything when it comes to Christmas lights or anything like that. But definitely join the Christmas Light Installers Mastermind Facebook page. That's where we pour our life into it, and we share a lot of things on that page, especially when it comes to Christmas lights. As far as personal stuff, on my page, Ron Robey, Facebook page. I share some personal stuff that we do. I also are going to be sharing on the Kingdom Food Network. You're going to see more of that as we get closer. The Kingdom Food Network, Kingdom Radio is still alive. It's on life support, but it's still alive. And Kingdom Christmas Lights and ChristmasContractor.com. I mean, just all these Kingdom businesses they're all flourishing, and they're all just kind of taking it to the next level. So we're very, very happy with this year, and we want to help you get there too. So if you have some goals that you're trying to meet and you just need to get to that next level, you have the discipline over yourself, because you got to have discipline. If you don't have the discipline, the knowledge doesn't matter. You got to have discipline. But if you have the discipline over yourself and you want to take things seriously and you just need to help with some knowledge once you get to that point, we want to help you out. So give us a call, contact with us, connect with us. Permanent lighting is going to be big. 2026 is going to be the best year ever. Hopefully we're going to get some good news and navigate through these tariff things so things will be more affordable. And we're going to make a lot of money. And I see the economy is going to be bouncing back in 2026. And I think we're going to have a fantastic year. So in Jesus' name, we pray for that.
Amen.
And what else do we need, Boo-Boo? That's it?
I think so. Because if you don't like where you're at, and you can't really see where you're going, you just need to get up off your ass.
Yeah, you need to get up off your ass and get busy.